Rack Noble for Boxing UK here with Craig Richards at Tollworth, Dean White Show. Greg, how you doing, man?
I'm good as always, in good spirits. Obviously, could be better off the injury, but apart from that, I'm in good spirits.
Well, one positive I can see, no cast.
No cast, yes.
Making recovery.
Making progress. We're getting it mobile now. Starting the rehab on it. So hopefully another month, we'll see where we're at on the next scan. So, yeah.
Now, of course, we're in Tollworth, deep southwest London. At Stratford, there's been some quite cross-shocking news, but some unexpected news.
Yes.
Joyce stopped in the fifth, I believe it was, by Zhang.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that fight?
I personally thought that Joyce was going to win the fight. I know he's got that reputation of being indestructible. And yeah, he went out and got stopped within 6 rounds, which is boxing. You can never predict it, especially at that level. Zhang's a big puncher. And yeah, he's come through today and earned his stripes. Credit to him.
What does Joyce go from here next, do you think? A fighter in that position who's come off probably one of the biggest fights of his career, come up short, so close to a world title. What does he do next?
Do you know what? He took a risk with a high-level opponent. So he's had a lot of good wins on his resume. So he'll still be in the balance. With boxing, it's a weird sport. One good win, he's straight back in the mix. So it's hard to tell. It depends on the next move his management and his teammate. But that's for them to decide. But I believe he's still up there. He's got some good wins over DeBar, over Joseph Parker, former world champion. So one loss at that level will not define him.
If you're Joyce, do you take the immediate rematch?
Yeah, 100%.
Not give it some time? Not give it some rest?
No, I'll go straight back in. I'll definitely go straight back in.
Fair enough. Of course, fighters always want to prove themselves, always want to deem themselves, and of course, Joy is a fighter.
Yeah.
Now, of course, onto yourself, been up for a while, injuries, setbacks.
Yeah.
What can we expect next from Craig Richards?
You know me, I'm always willing to get their big fights. I sit down with my team, they'll decide, they'll sit and make the suggestions and tell me, look, this is what we got next for you. And as always, I'll just give it the nod and go in for the big fights.
Any idea we might be able to see you back in the ring?
It is too early to think it because the landscape of boxing always changes. So I can't really make them sort of choices when people could be getting beaten, people could be winning, people could be changing, belts can change hands. So I don't really want to think of people at the moment. At the moment, I've just got to focus on myself and getting myself back ready to get in the ring.
Well, of course, hoping we'll all plan soon, see you back hopefully sooner rather than later. Speaking to Tunde J not too other day, and there's a lot of mutual respect. He's got a lot of respect for you from the yard camp. And I've quite noticed that most of you guys are from South London.
Yeah.
All of you are from London, most from South London. And everyone seems very close. Do you find that hard down the line to separate that friendship when you've got to go into the ring with someone who's been a long-term sparring partner or friend?
Do you know, it's just one of them situations where we've known each other so long from when we come from the bottom grassroots, from amateurs, when we both were just grinding, trying to make something of ourselves. So when you watch a man doing what you're doing and you build a friendship with them, you kind of wish them well. So it's not like you look at them and think, oh, I'd like to beat him and take what he's got or take him out of the equation. You just kind of wish him to do well. Sometimes it's unfortunate. Some of the people you wish well are in your weight category, but just is how it goes. And there's always mutual respect and that love both ways.
Of course, I grew up in the amateurs around all you guys, Dan Aziz, yourself, Buatsi, Yards. And I didn't think you guys would all be crossing paths at the same time. So it must be a bit of an awkward situation having sparred with someone, been at their house, chilled them on the weekend, and then, now I've got to get ready for 8-week camp to go up against you.
Yeah, that would be weird. It'd be probably a weird thing, I think. So anyway, because when you're picturing punching someone's head in, it's never someone, your friend, you're thinking about it. But as they always say, it's just sometimes it's like if an opportunity comes with unification, a world title fight, you have to do what you got to do. It's the same way when you get in there and spar with them, you'd think the same thing. Like, look, it's just boxing. Let's get in, box, go home and go break some bread afterwards.
Just another point on British boxing, of course, Anthony Joshua returned to the ring against Jermaine Franklin. Had a decision, wasn't the way we expected it to, but we can't deny. Brilliant for British boxing, wouldn't you say?
Who, Anthony Joshua?
Yeah.
Anthony Joshua put British boxing back on the map. So people can hate him, say what they want about him, but without him, boxing wouldn't have been as big as it is. Not just, I say just in Britain, but I believe that he actually put the heavyweight division back on note because the era before was the Klitschko era, and it was a lot of the jab, the grab. And people want to see excitement, people want to see knockouts. And when he came through the game, he was knocking everyone out within 3 rounds. And that's what brought the public back in. He started filling up O2 Arena, 20,000. He pushed on to doing Wembley, Cardiff Stadium, which obviously I've boxed on the same cars where there was 80, 90,000 people in the arena. He brought the pundits back into You're right. Good win today, by the way. Good win today.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah.
He brought all the fans back to boxing and brought exciting nights. He made it a thing where like, oh, we're going out on the weekend for an AJ fight, or we're all going to meet up to go to the pub or thing for an AJ fight. So he's been great and an ambassador for the sport. So you can't hate the guy.
Can he, of course, will always be a big advocate for the sport? Does he still mix it with the top guys in the division?
I believe so. I believe that he's had something to get him to the top in the first place. It's just finding that back within him, and he's got to find the right coach to nurture that and bring that back out of him. And sometimes within himself, he's just got to get to a mental place and a physical place where he feels comfortable to get the best back out of himself.
We're just talking on things that are good for boxing. Potential rumour talks of Eubank Smith too. Another good fight for boxing, would you not say?
That's a good fight for boxing. It's an interesting fight. I'll be watching it. I'll be definitely. Is it pay-per-view Sky Sports?
It most probably will be.
I'll probably pay my £20 and watch it. It's a good fight. The first one was a good fight. It was entertaining. It'll be entertaining the second time round as well.
And of course, just lastly, talking on the higher weights, Dimitri Bivol, is that someone you still keep your eye on?
100%. Me and Dimitri Bivol have got to get it back on. You know, I pushed him half a round out when I just come from the British title. I've gained vast load of experience now. I've been working on even since my last fight in the last year, working on various things in the gym, and I'm now becoming a complete fighter. And I believe having the closest fight to him, when I wasn't so experienced, I believe now I'll have the tools to go out and deliver at that level now.
Well, just to say, give a harder fight than Canelo.
But there you go. There you go. So next time, you know me, I don't duck or dodge no one. I push them to the wire. And anytime, it's always that just come short kind of. And it's not because of I've started getting overwhelmed or they're pushing on me. It's a situation where I just didn't start quick enough. I've just judged the early rounds wrong, and as I got stronger and pressed the situation, it was just a bit too late. So it's just about now starting faster and getting onto them quicker to get them early rounds to get the wins.
All a matter of time comes with experience. Anyway, Craig, thanks for your time, and hope to see you back in the ring sooner rather than later.
Thank you. Good seeing you as always.
See you, man.